Hi, today we're going to have a lesson on indices, or you can sometimes refer it as exponents. Okay, so just a little review on what indices mean. So if you have 3 to the power of 4, we will call the 3 will be our base, and the number 4 will be our index or power or the exponents. And what does 3 to the power of 4 mean? So 3 to the power of 4 would mean 3 times itself 4 times. So 4 times, and you end up with, so if I want to do a quick computation, I know 3 times 3 is 9, and then 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 9 will give me 81. So this is how you evaluate 3 to the power of 4. And we're going to look at what happens when you have negative 2 to the power of 4. What does it mean? So yes, actually it means you have negative 2 times itself 4 times. Okay, and the thing is that when negative multiply with negative, we know that it becomes a positive. So this 2 becomes a positive term, and this 2 becomes a positive term. So the final answer is a positive term. And 2 times 2 will give you a 4, and 2 times 2 will give you a 4. So the final answer will be a positive 16. Okay, so I think that's pretty straightforward. What happens when we have another example, negative 2 to the power of 4? Now, we got to be careful here. This exponents 4 only applies to 2. So it doesn't apply to the whole negative 2 like the previous example. So in this case, we're going to have negative 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and the final answer remains as negative, and 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is actually 16. So this answer is negative 16. So it really matters whether or not the exponents is applied to the whole negative number or just the positive number. So you got to be careful with that. So this is an example for you to consider. Next, we're going to talk about the rule of exponents. So earlier we talked about 3 to the power of 4. Okay, let's look at what happens when you multiply 3 to the power of 4 by 3 to the power of 2. So in this case, it is 3 multiplied by itself 4 times. This is what 3 to the power of 4 means. Okay, so this is 4 times, and multiplied by 3 to the power of 2. So which is multiplied by 3 and 3 2 times, right? So this is 2 times. So in this case, you can see that I will end up with how many 3's? Let's see. I will count it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 3's that I end up with. So 3 to the power of 6. Another numerical example, or maybe just algebraic example. So if I have x to the power of 2, I'm going to make x to the power of 3 multiplied by x to the power of 5. So this becomes x times x times x. There are 3 times of x here because it's x cubed. And what happens when you have x to the power of 5? There'll be 5 x's here. So this is 5 times. So now, if you count the total number of x's, the x you're going to end up with, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8x. So you have x to the power of 8. Okay, so let's look at, is there any thing that you notice about this? So how do you get a 6 from 4 and 2? okay? And how do you get 8 from 3 and 5? Maybe you want to pause the video and think about how you get that. Do you see it? Okay, so yes, 6 is equals to 4 plus 2, and the sum of the two powers of the product, and then 8 is the sum of 3 and 5. So now we have a property here, okay? A very useful property. Property or the rule, b to the power of m times b to the power of n. So what you have to do, you're essentially adding the two powers. Please write this down in your first property. Thank you. And this is what we call the product of powers property. Okay, bye again.